सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
हाथों से करे घर का काम, मुख से बोलो सीताराम।
हाथों से कर घर का काम, मुख से बोलो सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन 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 सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
बंसी वाला हे घनश्याम, धनुष्यधारी सीताराम।
बंसी वाला हे घनश्याम, धनुषधारी सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
राम 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 सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, राम 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 सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
जय हो 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 आत्मविद्या जय जय हो ब्रह्म विद्या जय जय हो आत्मविद्या जय जय हो ब्रह्म विद्या जय जय हो
आत्मविद्या जय जय हो ब्रह्म विद्या जय जय हो आत्मविद्या जय जय हो ब्रह्म विद्या जय जय हो
आनंद विद्या जय जय हो आरोग्य विद्या जय जय हो आनंद विद्या जय जय हो आरोग्य विद्या जय जय हो निर्वाण विद्या जय जय हो भाग्य विद्या जय जय हो
आनंद विद्या जय जय हो आरोग्य विद्या जय जय हो आनंद विद्या जय जय हो आरोग्य विद्या जय जय हो निर्वाण विद्या जय जय हो भाग्य विद्या जय जय हो
श्वास विद्या जय जय हो फिर श्वास विद्या जय जय हो ज्ञान विद्या जय जय हो दिव्य ज्ञान विद्या जय जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो संकल्प शक्ति जय जय हो, इच्छा शक्ति जय जय हो, संकल्प शक्ति जय जय हो, इच्छा शक्ति जय जय हो,
संकल्प शक्ति जय जय हो, इच्छा शक्ति जय जय हो, संकल्प शक्ति जय जय हो, इच्छा शक्ति जय जय हो,
ज्ञान शक्ति जय जय हो, कर्म शक्ति जय जय हो, ज्ञान शक्ति जय जय हो, कर्म शक्ति जय जय हो, स्वाध्याय शक्ति जय जय हो, ध्यान शक्ति जय जय हो,
ज्ञान शक्ति जय जय हो, कर्म शक्ति जय जय हो, ज्ञान शक्ति जय जय हो, कर्म शक्ति जय जय हो, स्वाध्याय शक्ति जय जय हो, ध्यान शक्ति जय जय हो,
प्राण शक्ति जय जय हो, दिव्य प्राण शक्ति जय जय हो, पिरामिड शक्ति जय जय हो, दिव्य पिरामिड शक्ति जय जय हो, जय हो, जय हो, जय हो, जय हो.
Happy morning, Masters. I welcome you all to the Zoom session on inner nature and outer nature. We are on day 26, successfully completed 25 days of this journey. And I appreciate all the participants who have consistently attended this session. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Let us begin our meditation session today. I request everyone to settle down, find a comfortable position, and allow yourself to relax. Now slowly close your eyes, clasp your fingers, and cross your legs. Make sure that your spine is straight, and let us first begin with 3 deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let us come back to the normal, soft, natural breath. Focus all your attention on this natural breath that is flowing. Do not entertain any kind of thoughts. Let us all be grateful for this beautiful day. Let us be thankful for this beautiful, healthy, and loving body that is helping us to live life and experience this life. Let us be thankful for everything that this day brings forth. Today is a miracle, Masters. Each day is a new opportunity for you to learn and grow. The universe is guiding you towards your utmost work. Trust the universe Trust the process. Be grateful for everything, even for the situations that are not in your favor, even for the people that are against you, because they are just helping you to grow and to be the better version of yourself. Observe your breath, masters. Continue to be in this meditative state. Your breath is with you. We are in the last few seconds, masters. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I request everyone to bring your hands together, rub them, slowly place them on your eyes. Feel the energy in the palms. At the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy morning, masters. I welcome you all to this Zoom session once again, the Inner Nature and Outer Nature Season 2, which is brought to you by Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement and PSSM SWAGG in collaboration with our media partner PMC English. So how are you all doing today? So yesterday I had given a beautiful challenge, SWAG challenge, to all the participants who have attended. They must be knowing, and I want to ask everyone, did you all try the challenge? Let me just tell you what the challenge is about. It is about nature connection challenge. Why are we connecting nature all the time? Why are we speaking always that we need to spend some time in nature? Because we have to cultivate a stronger bond with nature through engaging in different activities. Go for trekking, do meditation in nature, go for forest bathing, especially barefoot walking, go for river rafting or do swimming. You know, if you go out for 15 minutes at least, you spend some time in nature, you get to learn a lot of things, masters. Because if you want to learn, if you want to grow, I think nature is the best guru. Isn't it? It is always constant, but yet it is ever changing all the time, right? I have never seen nature in a rush. I have never seen nature trying to be the best version. It is just being. I have never seen a rose comparing itself with some other flower, like jasmine, that I have to be better than jasmine. I have to be better than lily. No, it is just being, it is giving its fragrance. Just like that, every other living creature on this planet is just being, masters. It is never in a hurry. It is experiencing this present movement to the utmost, possibility, right? So today I am feeling so grateful, so blissful. I get this opportunity to introduce to our esteemed speaker. It is with a profound honor and boundless admiration that we all have come together today to welcome a true visionary, a luminary in the realm of holistic healing and spiritual enlightenment. So today's speaker is a beacon of wisdom whose journey is as inspiring as it is transformative. I invite Dr. Newton Kondaveti, MBBS, MD, affectionately known as Brahmarshi Chakravarti, is not just a medical doctor, but a soul healer, a sage whose life's purpose was ignited by the flames of past life memories. His vision, the Quantum Life University, stands as a testament to his boundless wisdom and unwavering commitment to guiding others on the path to self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Dr. Newton's journey began with a profound awakening at the tender age of 22, setting him on a path of enlightenment and service that spans over 2.5 decades. Alongside his esteemed partner, Brahma Vidvarastha, Dr. Lakshmi Newton, MBBS, he has pioneered a myriad of transformative modalities from past life regression to future progression and from rebirthing breathwork to energy medicine. As we eagerly anticipate the wisdom that Dr. Newton shall impart upon us today, let us come together in reverence and gratitude for the privilege of being in the presence of such a remarkable and soul. Let us open our hearts and minds to this transformative wisdom session, masters. Thank you.
Thank you, Yamini ji. It's wonderful to hear your voice and to hear your message and the program that's been conducted. from 15th of May to 14th of April to 15th of May, right? So it's amazing. The program is dedicated to inner nature and outer nature and connecting to the nature. And it's amazing that the message that you shared, uh, how we are all seeking that connection, actually, connection with Mother Nature, and how all these small things also makes a huge difference, like barefoot walking, forest bathing, and going into the trekkings and climbing the hills, mountains, river rafting. All those activities definitely it brings us closer to the nature. Thanks for inviting me, and thanks Parinita Patriji for welcoming me onto this platform. And it's my privilege, my really feel happy to be here with all of you, dear friends. And this is really the most favorite in my heart, the topic, the inner nature and outer nature. So today I want to speak about particularly about sacred connection. What is this connection? What is sacred connection? We need to understand these words. Right now, around the globe, we see that everyone is actually seeking that connection, looking for that connection. That's where the technology is helping us during the pandemic, where we are all isolated, we're quarantined, and we are staying at homes for an year, and then we are actually seeking connection. What helped us is the technology in that moment, and through virtually, through all the Zoom platforms and different platforms, we could connect across the globe. And even before, long back, thousands of years back, there's no mobile phones, no laptops, and no technology at that time. And the people also are connected, a connection that every human seeks. And as a child, we also seek that connection. We want to be connected. We do not know with whom or where I need to learn about this connection, with whom I need to connect. We really do not know. So generally, we also think that I need to connect with my guru, or I must connect with my mentors or my people who inspire me, my friend circle. We really seek that connection. Now, younger generation really seek the connection through drugs. They want drug, and when they are drugged, when they are in the influence of the drug, that what they're really seeking is connection. Yeah, that's nice request, Yamini ji, and I request all participants to switch on the cameras, because I don't want to speak to myself. Where I see myself, I seek this connection. Without that image in front of me, I'm speaking to just a wall, a blank wall. Where you can look into my eyes, I can look into your eyes. That's the connection. Without that, there is no connection, right? So, dear friends, what we are seeking through alcohol, through smoking, through addictions is just the connection. We want to stay connected. With whom and what, where, that's next question. But the connection that we are seeking, even smartphones, the touch, we want to, the touch phones, we want to stay connected. Even a young little child who is newly born child also seeks that connection. They go on playing, pressing the buttons and on the smartphone. They think through the technology they are connected. They think that smartphones makes them connected, drugs makes them connected, and different ways we seek that connection. But we need to really, really know what is the sacred connection, what is the very, very primary connection that we have. You may answer right now that Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Kruti Mata. And Prakriti Mata, we are not saying Prakriti Pita. We are not calling nature as father nature, or brother nature, or sister nature. Why Mother Nature? We need to know this. Today I present this concept so that we really, what we are seeking, what we are really want to connect is first the connection with yourself. Nothing else. And people talk about oneness and all that, but they're all theoretical concepts. If we cannot connect with our own self, there's no point of oneness. How can we experience oneness? There's no oneness in that sense if we cannot connect with ourselves. So the first connection is with your own self. But how a child who is born can connect with his or her own self? How is it possible? A child is a child. So inside the mother's womb, first connection is much before we connect with ourselves, he is connecting with our mother. First thing is we feel our mother. We feel the temperature in the mother's womb. It's warm generally. If mother is feeling sad, immediately it becomes cold inside the womb. If mother is fearful, scared, and she is releasing in her bloodstream all the stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline. These hormones immediately makes the temperature inside the womb space, the amniotic fluid becomes cold. This is what happens. Immediately we sense that something wrong, something is happening to mother. We don't like it. And we keep actually connecting to mother, our mothers, through sensory perceptions. Every feeling of the mother is actually translated as a sensation, as a perception, through chemicals, through all the sensory perceptions inside the mother's womb. And we want to stay connected with our mothers. A child finds a way, oh, my mom is feeling very sad. I need to protect her. I need to be there for my mother. She cannot handle all this, what's going on. My father is very abusive. He scolds. He never spends time. He never supports. I will support my mother. I will connect with my mother. I will give company to my mother. I will share her pain. So even at the cost of myself, this is what a child says to herself or himself. Even It may cost my life, but I stay connected with my mother through pain. Through her pain, I carry the burden, the load. Her fears are mine. Her whatever the difficulties and challenges is mine. I also share it. This is what the first connection that is established. We are negatively bonded with our mother. Become bigger than our mothers then. We feel big. Oh, my mom is like very helpless, and I will become a protector. I'll become a bigger than my mom. Then what happens when a child is born? The child is no more a child in front of the mother. Child tries to be big, tries to stop the tears. The child is very natural to cry when they feel hungry, but the child won't cry. My mom will be more sad if I cry. If I show any of my emotions, oh, it is going to add extra burden to my mother. So it's let me not cry. And what happens then? This child is growing up with this kind of, suppression of all the expression of the emotions, natural emotions. They have to come only when a very violent way or very aggressive way, intensive way. There's no appropriate way that a child learns to express the emotions. And actually, the child thinks that I'm connected with my mom. I need my mother, otherwise I will not survive in this world. So in this negative way, otherwise my mom will never be available to me. If I don't support her, she may die, anything may happen. So I will be motherless. If I'm motherless, it's difficult to survive here. So the child is ready to sacrifice everything for the mothers. This is the first connection. But we have not learned about the real sacred connection. Mostly it's messed up. The first relationship of anybody, whoever is born, is with their mothers. That's why we give such importance everywhere about the mother. We talk a lot about the mother. It's the first primary connection, is the first relationship. We are not successful in that first relationship, we will not be able to be successful in any other relationship. Why? Because this is not successful. This is get programmed in our subconscious. Oh, I'm a failure in my first relationship. People abandon me, people ignore me, people neglect me, people betray me, people leave me, people use me and leave me. These are the very first imprints that we store because this primary connection with our mother is somewhere it is not really established. It is messed up. It is very negatively way we bonded with our mother. And what happens to this child when the child grows up? They become big. Bigger than mother, bigger than life, bigger than everyone. Arrogance comes. A lot of arrogance, lot of ego. Even the bigger than the mother nature. Very big. And the human beings are so disconnected from the nature. So just like our biological mother is called the very first mother, and mother nature, Bhumata, Prakriti Mata is called our big mother, actually, mother of mothers, mother of mothers. Pachamama in South American traditions. She's known as Pachamama. Very, very important mother. All mothers also connected with this big mother. And we cannot connect if we don't have that first connection with our mother. We cannot connect with the mother nature, Prakriti Mata. What we do is we throw plastic, we cut the trees, we destroy the mountains, we destroy the rivers. We don't have respect for our mother. How can we have respect for Mother Nature? No connection with Mother Nature. We are seeing that in the younger generation and even the older generation. Everywhere they throw the dust, plastic everywhere. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, dear friends. I don't have a connection with my mother. When I was born, it's a messed up connection. I became bigger than my mother. When I was in the womb, my mother was very sad, actually. She's happy that a child is coming, but she's feeling unsupported with a lot of challenges. What's going on between my father and mother is affecting her, and I don't have connection. I'm negatively bonded with my mother. That sacred connection with mother was not there. And I'm born, and then I was born, and um, later on, I became a protector to my mother. And when I was sent away to my grandmother, I felt abandoned like an orphan. Oh, I lost my mother. I couldn't see my mother for a few years. I couldn't see my father for a few years. Particularly, the mother connection is so important. We think just human beings are just need only physical food and all the good facilities. With that, we grow. No. Even in spite of giving all the money, all the toys, all the gold, and everything, incomparable, the connection with the mother, just the hug of the mother, the smile of the mother looking into her eyes, her face giggling at us and smiling at us. It's all what is so important. So when I was a child, I really used to cry a lot for my mother. And I disconnected. I became angry when I reached to my teenager stage. The age of teenager, I became a smoker. I was seeking this connection actually through smoking. And I became an alcoholic, used to drink alcohol, drink alcohol, drink alcohol. No connection. Actually, how can I connect with myself then? If I not learn this important connection, I'm disconnected, very much disconnected. And even whatever I was telling, I don't have any sensitivity to Mother Nature. Never I could connect with Mother Nature. So Yaminiji was talking about barefoot walking. I could never do that. Even I walk with barefoot, I never feel the mother's touch. This big mother, I can't feel her. How can I feel her? Even meditation, what happens? Temporarily, my mind becomes empty and feel, oh, I'm meditating. It's numbness, actually. I numb my mind. But no connection with myself. No connection. And the big transformation that happened is actually I learned about the mother's connection through whales and dolphins. First time when I saw the mother whale and the baby whale, a small baby whale, looking at me. I was in the ocean swimming with them, looked into my eyes. That's where I learned about the first mother connection. I felt the unconditional love of every mother. I could suddenly see the big picture. Oh, my mother, why she's so sad? What's going on? I thought my mom abandoned me, but it's not like that. It's my judgment, it's my assumptions, my own thoughts, which made me to disconnect. So what happened is I felt first time the tears. I never cried in my life because don't cry. Boys are told this message, don't cry like a girl. Why not? Why not we show our vulnerabilities? So only we have to show the strength, like as if like a pretension, like a facade, like a fake mask. And first time I could show my vulnerability, I could cry for 3 hours. The whale, mother whales, they look into my eyes for 30 seconds, not more than that. 30 seconds, there is a shift. In that 30 seconds, I understood about mother's love. I could see my mother. First time I came and hugged my mother, I touched her feet. I became a small baby in front of her. I'm not big. I'm very, very small. I saw her as a weak mother, but it's changed. I saw her as the most strongest mother. Every mother is actually strong. And I could see her strength. And with that connection, first time I could connect with myself too. A very deep connection. This is a sacred connection, friends. If we don't connect with our own self, with our mothers, we don't connect with Mother Nature at all. The very, very superficial connection. Then first time I felt the great reverence to the Mother Nature. I was not comfortable in the mud, rolling in the mud and playing in the nature. And for me, it is dirty. But first time I felt like walking barefoot, like Yamini ji was talking about, barefoot walking. It's not dirty. It's mother. It's the mother connection. I heard from the research that those who walk barefoot in the dirty dirt, particularly when the rain, there are a lot of mud there. The depression will go away. The medical scientists have done a lot of research. Why? Because it is making us remind about our first connection with our mother. And Mother Nature is our big mother, biggest mother. We really connect with her. In that connection, everything happens. It's a very sacred connection. So the first sacred connection with biological mother, through her, we learn about connection with ourselves. Okay, we start connecting with, oh, I am different from my mom. When we come out of the mother's womb, I have a very different body. My mom's feelings are different from mine. So mom showing her different feelings and emotions on her face. We notice that as a child, as a newborn baby, and we understand that, and I'm different from my mom. I have my own individual nature. Then we are tangled with our mothers. And that connection makes us, the first connection with mother makes us connect with ourselves. Then the third connection, sacred connection with Mother Nature. The first biological mother connection, sacred connection. Second, with your own self is the second sacred connection. The third, the mother nature. Beautiful connection. What a joy. We don't need any kind of buildings, apartments, nothing, no air conditioners required. Really, if you sit under a tree, the most beautiful experience. We have gone far away from Mother Nature. Now we know the temperatures are rising 45 degrees to 47, 48 in certain parts, geographical areas in India. And it may rise to, within next 4 or 5 years, 56 degrees centigrade. That's what scientists saying. If we go on living in the same way, if we don't plant the trees, if we go on destroying the trees, what happens is 56 degrees centigrade. 56 degrees centigrade, human being will not survive. Actually, we don't see that. We don't see the point. We think I'm going to live with the technology forever. The same technology will destroy us. We are thankful. We are very grateful. I am also grateful for technology. But the plant is a plant. Trees are trees. So this Mother Nature symbolically represented as a tree. Tree is also a mother, big mother. Tree takes care of us. She gives us love. She gives us oxygen. She gives us shelter. She gives us, we can sleep under the tree. What if there is no electricity? We are exhausted with all the resources. For example, what happens? The technology is down. No technology. What happens as a human being? Our ancestors, our ancient people, different parts of the globe lived without electricity. Last few days back, there was a power cut for 8 hours. I felt so uncomfortable. Without power, no mobile, no technology, no air conditioner, no fan, nothing. But our ancestors lived that way. There's no power at that time. They were in nature, Mother Nature. Now, where is the Mother Nature? We go out, we see only buildings everywhere, big apartments. We made everything concrete jungle. We have cut down the trees. Everywhere, people are so greedy and they build factories, they build. One house is not sufficient for people, and they want 4 or 5 houses. Build a house, we need furniture, we need some wooden things, and we again cut the trees. We are destroying Mother Nature, friends. So I really resonate with this topic, inner nature and outer nature. First, the inner nature. If we don't have this connection with ourselves, we don't connect with Mother Nature at all. It is exactly directly proportional. How much you connect with yourself, the same thing that is reflected in our connection with Mother Nature. And friends, this sacred connection makes us really, really grow. I highly recommend the book uh, by Anastasia, the series of book, Cedar Ring series. One of the book is about the plants and kinship with life and plants and trees, growing a sacred garden. Really, really very inspirational. In that, this mystic master, enlightened being from Siberia, she's spoken about how a tree can produce exactly the nutrients, micronutrients, everything that's needed, even uh, some kind of uh, you know elements that's required for healing purpose. For example, you take bath, shower, and all the dead skin cells they will grow. You should not use chemical soaps. So these non-chemical soaps which are used, like we have Nalugu Pindi, that floor, right? Our ancestors used that. No soaps at that time. So there are many, herbal use, no non-chemical soaps. And she recommended that, and people take shower, and then from the water that's going to the garden, your own garden, there the plants they pick up these dead skin cells of you and scan what's needed for you. They know exactly the dwellers of this home, they need these particular things. They read that, they notice that those plants and trees, when they offer their fruits, vegetables, the leaves, whatever, when we are respectfully taking them, it heals our bodies. For example, if you sit under a tree, you have an illness and sit under a tree, meditate under the tree, like Gautama Siddhartha, who became an enlightened being, with just meditating, sitting under a tree. Tree is our friend, and we make a friendship with the tree, and very respectfully, with a deep gratitude, we sit under a tree every day for a few hours. You make a connection. Then what happens is that tree reads your electromagnetic field. It understands from your energy field what you needed. And after that, if you say to the tree that I have this particular ailment, my dear tree god, tree mother, and please help me, hug the tree. And even the bark of the tree, if you eat it, a leaf of a tree or a fruit of a tree, it contains all that ingredients which can heal you. That is the power of a tree. And really, really, I appreciate this all the series of books. One must read all the books. We really understand these, the hidden dynamics, the hidden aspects. In this busy world, we ignore them. So connection with the mother nature is going to bring such a beautiful connection. And with that connection, we grow. The life, really, people don't know what life is. They think they're living. They're not living, actually. They're not living at all. Not at all. They don't know life, what life is. And actually, human beings are only people who are not living. Rest of the animal kingdom, plant kingdom, rivers, mountains are alive actually. Whole Mother Nature is alive. Only people have this, delusion and illusion that they are living. They're not learned. They're not living at all. Only when we are in connection with Mother Nature, we know what life is. There's aliveness. Mountains are breathing. Plant is breathing. Mother Nature, Bhumata is breathing. Mother Earth is breathing. Can feel her. And there is life force that we are rejecting because we rejected ourselves, because we rejected our mothers. We have not connected with ourselves. We also reject the life force we have rejected. And we're ready to take it. So, my dear friends, such a beautiful, important topic. Nowadays, everyone talks so big concepts, big things. But what is taken up by SWAG, uh, this challenge, this purpose, and amazing work by Parinataji, and I appreciate that because someone need a large, big heart to do this work. Under her leadership, all of you, many joining this mission, really appreciate that. We need to give place in our heart for all the trees, all the plants, all the animals. Every animal is sacred. Only human beings lost this sacredness. Lost means they have not connected yet. They became arrogant, big. They think bigger than the animals also, bigger than plants also. Man thinks that I can create a tree and I can create an animal also through artificially, through the factories. They tried those experiments, like cloning experiments and all that, but they failed. It's failure. We cannot replicate the mother nature at all. Mother nature in her purity, in her energy, it is boundless actually. It is so much, and we cannot replicate it. You cannot uh, you parrot can actually chant slokas, Bhagavad Gita slokas, and can learn to speak the language of the human being. Can we speak the parrot's language? Can we learn to speak? No, human fails. We are small in front of the animals and trees, mountains, rivers. And just few degrees of Celsius temperature just raised, humans are dancing now. They're, oh, life is just one big wind that's coming from the mother nature. We're gone. And if there is a flood and water, more water, we cannot tolerate all those things. They're small in front of, small in the sense, not in the soul sense, because the man's ego makes us so hyperinflated, bigger than everything, treat animals with disrespect. There's we lost connection, we lost sensitivity. How an animal feels. I was a non-vegetarian because I lost connection with myself. I was eating non-vegetarian before I met Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. And because I don't have respect either to myself, to my family, or to anything. I don't have respect for animals at that time. It's so important to understand that, to see with a new set of eyes the sacred connection that we have to Mother Nature. That Mother Nature, the plants, trees, animals, every creature is part of it, including rivers, mountains. And that you will be so naturally, you're embracing the Mother Nature. From your heart, you'd be doing every day. Your heart is always want to connect with Mother Nature. You want to go out and sit under trees, and you want to go into forests. You want to go in, grow more forests, encourage forests to grow. Actually, man cannot grow. Man can only grow gardens, not forests. Forests are grown by actually birds. Man can grow a garden only. There's such an ecosystem that exists in a forest. But it's so important to grow trees, and birds will come. Birds will help us to create forests. We don't need constructions, big structures. We need forests. Like ancient times, rishis, yogis, meditators go inside the forest and sit and select a tree. Sit under a tree. Actually, the current scenario on our mother planet, planet Earth, it's indicating, it's showing the way that to grow more forests, not to destroy the mountains, not to change the course of the rivers, just respect all things that belong to Mother Earth. And we have very deep connection. And my deep respects to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, who introduced me to meditation, and not just only meditation, to the world of the compassion towards all the beings, like animals. First master who that I heard on this planet Earth, that more than your meditation, first thing that is so important is himsa chodo. First, leave non-vegetarian. First, become a vegetarian. That is what Patriji is actually. And that compassion is so important, my dear friends. And thank you. And I would like to interact with all of you. Have this not monologue speaking from myself only. I'd like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, sir. You have wonderfully presented this concept. You have described these three sacred connections, connecting with ourselves, connecting with Mother, and connecting with Mother Nature. Thank you so much. We would definitely look forward in implementing this, as we didn't know that we are always talking about connecting with Mother Nature, instead of looking into ourselves. Thank you so much. So I request all the audience to switch on your cameras, and if you have any kind of questions or if you want to share something, you can share, or else you can text in the chat box. I will read it out. So there's a question. How do we know whether we are connected with ourselves or not?
Okay. If we are disconnected with ourselves, we always have symptoms of disconnection. Like symptoms like we're very restless, anxious, and we are always searching for something. And in that search, we feel so restless. And we also don't connect with our bodies. If we don't have connection, we are not in this body. We are not embodied. We're not in the present moment also when we are not connected with ourselves. We are scattered somewhere. There are so many symptoms that we see. People have illness because they don't connect with themselves. People, their minds are troubled, problematic, and they have insane thoughts because they're not connected with themselves. They have fears because they're not connected with themselves. Unless this connection is there, we cannot really bring wholesomeness in us. We don't feel whole and complete. Thanks for the question.
Nikhil wants to speak, sir.
Yes. Hi, Nikhil.
Hello, sir.
Brahma, good morning, and Brahma Mokate, Parabrahma Mokate. I remember whenever I see you because you sing that Annamacharya Kirtana so well.
Thank you so much for that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So happy to see you today. So I'm so excited to see that you are going to speak today. So happy. And the session was, as usual, amazing. And I have a question, sir. So when I think about this, when you were speaking about sacred connection, I was able to relate experiences. Right? And I have a question here. Like, few people will have, they might have lost their biological mother.
Right.
So how could they again patch up to this inner connection when there is
Okay.
this kind of
So,
situation?
thanks,
As
Nikhil.
it's with the dolphins.
Yeah.
So how could they practice?
Yeah, I missed some words of you because the signals problem, but I got the question of you. When they lose the biological mother, how can they connect? Right? That's the how can they really connect with themselves or connect with Mother Nature?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And it's a sometimes it happens that for various reasons, biological mother vacates the body and the child is alone. Even there are actually during childbirth, many mothers lose their lives. Even today, means after medical technology, everything is available, but still there are certain times mothers, they lose their life while giving birth to another life form. The child is given birth, but the mother loses the life. What happens in that case is the child really, really feels that and uh, carries the symptoms. The child at a very younger age cannot survive with that without the mothers. Even though father substitutes everything, for example, father also becomes a mother, or the father may remarry, bring another mother, but still that connection with the biological mother is lost, right? There is a lot of grief, a lot of anger for this child. The child develops a lot of anger. Why, mother, you left me alone here? Okay, so most of the children, when they're born that way, they have this anger and grief, which is generally not given space for to experience them. And it's so important that grief, when we give space for that grief, the grief gets expressed totally. It goes away. But at one point of time, when this child grows up, comes to learn about meditation, meditation is not escapism from anything, escaping from anything. Meditation is not a facade, creating a pretension. It is utter authenticity. That's what meditation teaches us about. It's connection with ourselves, connection with our emotions, connection with our feelings, connection to what's happening inside us. Meditation builds a connection with our own selves. And first, that is so important. So people get the space to grieve. In meditation, they grieve fully. One experience during meditation is only grieving, crying meditation. They shed tears. They don't know why the tears are rolling out. It's coming from all those unshed tears when they lost their mother. And also the anger dissipates. They agree to whatever happened to the mother. They realize the big picture. Oh, mother has her own destiny. She created that destiny of hers. She felt that moment that it is my time arrived, I need to go. Her soul decided to go away. We do not know. We may assume many things. So in that moment, grief and anger goes away, dissipates. Again, this child who is now a grown up a little bit will be connected with the soul of the mother. And what happens is it brings again the sacred connection. They completely agree to whatever happened. It cannot be undone. We cannot bring a new mother or any other mother, or soul of the mother will be seeing, but not the physical mother. They realize that, they understand it. They give place in their hearts to all those feelings, and they will be processed, they will be transformed into great insights. And they are very grateful to the mother. Mother, you risked your life, you've given birth to me, and you also passed on the gift of life to me. Because the mother, biological body, this is manufactured. She contributed a lot apart from the father. So we will be very, very grateful to the mother. That way we will be able to again establish that connection. We will be connected with ourselves and Mother Nature also. This is what happens, Nikhilji. Thank you.
You, sir. Thank you so much. So we have to first accept what happened to us. Then, with this spiritual awareness, we transform.
Correct. Accept everything, including whatever those things like death of someone, whatever happened, we need to just bow down to those fates or destinies or anything. We cannot undo it anyway. Physical plane, we cannot undo it, but only we can connect at the soul level. And in that acceptance, and the second is we can connect with yourself. Thank you. And yes, Miss Ajay Babuji. Yeah.
Hi, sir. I'm Ajay
Hi.
Babu. Yeah, hi. 2 days back I came to hear you. Right? Yeah, do you remember? Yeah. So I think let me give you a brief introduction. So I'm Ajay Babu Bala. So I'm from Hyderabad. Since 2 years I'm doing meditation, and I'm so grateful to you because I came to meditation by seeing your video in PMC. So that's how you inspired me. My goal is to laugh like you, smile like you. That's my goal. So that's how I came to meditation. So thanks for that. And then last year December I came to PLU, and we joined in Soul Coach program. In that, so I'm doing meditation. I'm good. I'm getting energies, but energies are not flowing properly from top to bottom. So somewhere is stucking. So I don't know reasons. So I came to Soul Coach, and last 3 days, a few days, I saw Lakshmi Ma'am. When I saw her, when I saw her smile, I don't know, I got my tears. I cried for some 2 to 3 minutes. I felt so happy. And later, one day, I got some mystical experience that my all 3 chakras are activated and it's Kundalini activated.
Wow. Mm.
So I feel that she is an embodiment of nature. I feel that she is embodiment of Prakriti. So I felt that. So and we have in purely such a nice process called energy calibration or energy balance. In that we connect to Mother Nature. We spoke with trees. In that I really connected to trees, and my heartbeat felt like whether the tree is breathing or whether tree is tree is taking heartbeat. So I felt like that. So in that I felt connection, and I can pass the energy to Mother Nature. Since today also I can pass the Mother Nature. That's how we connected. I feel so. Patrice said we have 4 pillars, right? So we Sakahara and Swadhyaya meditation, Sajjan Sangat. Along that we should spend at least 1 hour in nature. So that because we are we are ECW, right? Not only consciousness, not only energy, we are wisdom. So that the energy nothing but Prakriti, right? So we're not only consciousness, we are energy, nothing but Prakriti. So if we don't balance Prakriti, so I think we don't have spiritual growth. And thousand silver joy also Lakshmi Madam, Lakshmi Ma'am, Lakshmi devotee, Lakshmi God saying. So all 3 chakras are connected to nature. So if you are with nature, I think if you are more connected to nature, I think the spiritual growth will be more. That's what I felt.
Wow, wonderful, Ajay ji, for sharing your experience. It's beautiful. Thank you. And we feel inspired when we meet certain people. And actually, we are actually seeing at something that we are waiting for. And for example, when you saw Dr. Lakshmi, you had tears. After that, so many things unfolded for you. Why? Because it's not that Dr. Lakshmi is really great, or it's not that we put someone on a high pedestal. Okay, whatever that you missed so far, you're waiting to have that. Something touched you. Then suddenly you connect with yourself. When I met Patriji, actually, because the disconnection I had with my father, I was looking for that connection. I'm waiting. I'm waiting outside. I'm searching outside, and I'm hit, and I realized it. Oh, this is actually. Uh, I'm seeing my father there. Actually, he is my teacher, my guru, not my father. My father is my father. I need to connect with my father more. So Patriji is my guru. So actually, this is what happens when we meet and get inspired with someone. It's actually there's something that which was missing and which gets fulfilled there. In that, if we are able to notice and the big change that we bring into our lives. Thank you, Mr. Ajay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sir, Deepti wants to speak.
Okay, sure.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
There is a question lingering in my mind for such a long time since I've attended the inner child workshop. So, in the example you have shared that you have lost your connection with your mother and you got healed with dolphins and whales. It's a source of healing for you. And since I attended the workshop, the reality hit me like anything about the concept of spiritual bypassing. So my question here is the source of healing and the source of wound. If the source of healing and the source of wound is different, isn't it a kind of spiritual bypassing, sir?
It is spiritual bypassing. So, for example, we need to heal at the roots. For example, source of wound. What's the roots of the wound? And that's where it has to happen. But we receive inspiration. Sometimes many different ways we get inspired by even Mother Nature. Even Mother Nature makes us look into our own deeper wounds, where we feel, where we heal, where first we feel that deeper wound and then heal it. It's so natural. That's why it's said that feeling is healing. When we fully feel, we heal them. And the wound we are afraid of, the wound opens the door for wisdom. The same wound that we have for many years and is raw, just like a medical doctor who is opening the wound and exposing it outside, it heals faster. The same way, the roots of the wound is shown to us when we are really ready. And because the physical personality is totally different from the soul, the spiritual bypass, when we see that when people are trying to escape without addressing to what is in the reality. And that is not really a good experience because we have to face the reality. For example, if I go and sit in a cave and meditate, and because in the home it's a torture, mother and father are fighting and there's a big torture, and you sit in a cave, oh, closing my eyes, oh, everything is all right, everything is good. And the moment we open our eyes, come back home, we feel again everything is shaky. And the same spirituality can be uplifting if we don't bypass. Actually, spirituality, meditation, if we truly understand, it makes us not bypass anything. It makes us really, really connect with ourselves. But people use that to bypass. Because there are a lot of distorted perceptions about meditation, distorted views about meditation. They think they have to reject personality, they have to reject physical body. You have to starve the physical body, you have to torture yourself so that you become spiritual. It's not that actually. This all comes under the domain of spiritual bypass. Okay? And
Yes.
thanks, Deepti. That's nice seeing you and hearing your experiences.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Last question, sir. It's from Dhana Kumar.
Yeah.
Hi, Newton sir.
Hi.
So wonderful to hear your
Wonderful,
voice.
Dhana. Wonderful, Dhana Kumarji.
So I remember you guided me on book Meditation, Myths and Reality by Harish Malik. Now the changing sensations are very much normal. So there is no horrible sensation. I became very normal. Before that, I was so much tensed of my meditation. So now I became very grounded and normal. It's all because of you.
Wow.
Thank you so much, sir. So I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
So lockdown period, so it made me to go back to the parents. So first time I have spent most of the time with my mother, and her strength is in daily activities. I personally seen that she is naturally so strength in any situation. So that is the first feeling I have realized after so many years. So my father was very busy in job and I was not so much connected to him from my childhood. So nowadays he tries to talk to me and approaching me. So how should be our connection with the father? So how to embrace the father?
Yeah. So just like our mother, the second important connection after the child comes into this world is the father. We talk this in a metaphorical sense. the Mother Earth, Father Heaven, you know. So it's so important to even that connection in the physical plane is so important to have the respect, to have the acceptance of a father as he is. At a very younger age, we see our fathers being very angry, very strict, dominating, or even sometimes hurting either the child or the mother. For example, in front of us, the father is very abusive to the mother. The child takes the side of the mother. The child will be more in tune with the mother and disconnects with the father. And we do not know then how to live in the outer world, because the inner world is completely symbolic. Symbolically, it represents the mother, the world inside us, because she teaches us about that. The father, the outer world, how to face the challenges in the outer world. We learn from the father. So if we are able to connect with our fathers very beautifully, in spite of whatever happened, not fearing our father, not distancing ourselves from the father, we make those steps to come closer to the father, see him through new set of eyes, and look at the soul of the father, his background, what happened when he was a child, what happened to him, all the challenges. Our heart for the opens to him. He's a victim also. He faced so many things. Then our heart really can uh, open to receive the father, take the father into the heart. What happens then is not that we will be forever like a child, like a mama's boy or daddy's boy, and not like a behave like a kid. No, not that way. When we feel them, when we are connected with them, uh, in life we can really reach to such great heights. We feel individuation that happens. We feel like an individual being. I have my own thoughts. I have my own agenda. I have my own plan, soul plan. Otherwise, we feel, oh, we are enmeshed, entangled with our mother and father if we have not made that really deep connection with them, accepted them. So these are the things that you can take up. It's like an internal step. Need not go to the father physically and speak to him or nothing. It's an internal realization that, oh, I see you, dear father, your vulnerabilities. Oh, you also gone through so many upheavals in life. You didn't have enough resources to deal with the challenges. I see you, and I act whatever the way you are. I completely take you into my heart, dear father. That's how we take them into our hearts. These are the some steps, baby steps, but they are very, very hugely beneficial. Thank you, Dana Kumarji. And can you put the name of the book, because this is what Patriji recommended. This book, almost 2018 or 19, 2018, 19.
Yeah,
One day he given the physical copy of the book, Meditation and Reality, right? That's the
myths and
title.
reality.
Yeah.
I was crying.
Yeah. Yes. Harish Malik.
Harish Malik.
Harish Malik is the author. Can you put it in the chat box so
Sure,
everyone?
sir.
I recommend this book because many get the challenges in meditation, like sensations. So those sensations will not leave. Sometimes they're trouble because of those sensations and ringing sounds in the ears and very disturbing.
I
And
have that.
you have
I
that,
have
right?
the ringing in ears.
Yeah,
When I sit in meditation, it goes to a different picture.
yeah,
So now I'm able to listen this ringing as a beautiful voice.
Yeah, true. So this is something magnificent. Meditation, myths, and reality. Harish Malik. Because it's a pure scientific spirituality, spiritual science perspective. This author has not gone to any meditation method, not learned anywhere. He one day came across Buddha's method like Anapanasati. He tried at home only. He tried to meditate. He just explored. He got no spiritual jargon he uses. He uses his own. He calls that as a force. Whatever the force inside which moves, and very beautiful, pure information that comes directly from an experience of a meditator. Yeah.
And that tingling sensation actually forced me to sit in meditation. Hey, sit sometime.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And
Sir,
thank,
it's my humble request, if you can take two more questions.
okay, sure.
So yeah, Vaishnavi wants to speak.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Namaste.
Hi, Vaishnavi ji. Wonderful. Nice to see you.
Very grateful for this beautiful session. I'm so happy that Nikhil asked this question, like whoever lost their biological mother. But yes, as you said, I felt I had anger on my mother. I felt disconnected. I had many things, but when maybe around 5-6 years ago, when I came to QLU, I started connecting to myself. First time I started smiling. First time I started feeling the nature. Though everything changed, but there is this one thing called constant craving for nature. I can, and I know whoever close to me, they know that how much I demand. Every day I demand Nikhil to walk with me in the nature, or to allow me to go out, or to take me constantly to some nature places, to water places or something. But sometimes it's not practical, but it affects me. So when we cannot make it, and your heart is asking for it, how to handle that?
Oh, yeah, Vaishnavi ji. Wonderful. Actually, it's not craving. It's you're fallen in love with Mother Nature.
Is it?
It's so much that at any cost you want to be in nature. So sometimes it's like that. When we really fall in love with anything, that becomes the highest priority and the highest importance we give to that. So it's good that when you really go into the nature, it only
I
brings
can't
joy.
miss sunrise. I can't miss touching leaves, seeing
Yeah,
flowers. So it's like
that's
so like food, like how I need
yeah.
water, just like that. So
Yeah, that's really good. And Vaishnavi, you must ask Nikhil. Um, so like a generally spouse will ask the partner that I need this, I want this to experience, and your wishes, your birthday wishes or any wish, you ask Nikhil, create beautiful forest for me where I can live, and that's a beautiful wish. And you're contributing to at many levels to the world, also the mother. We need to create so many things. Such a beautiful wish. Thank you, Vaishnavi ji.
So there's a question from Bhaskar.
Yeah.
Can you suggest 3 habits that we can build to nurture our connection with ourselves and nature? And are there any 3 to 5 things or habits that you make sure to do every day?
Okay. So at least 3 things that we can do to build connection with ourselves. First, let us look at this. And the first thing is your breath. The breath is called as a life force. The first thing that we do when you're stepping into this world from the mother's womb is breathing. And the breath becomes the life. When you stop breathing, it is death. That's why we check the breathing, whether you're alive or not. Why? Because this is again another sacred connection, the breath. And so first thing I recommend is understand your breathing, friendship with your breathing, fall in love with your breathing, connect with your breathing. Every 1 hour, even when you are at workplace, come back to your breathing, connect with your breathing. And the breath reminds you about the life force, life energy. Because the same breath is translated into so many things in our body, which we do not know yet and not experienced yet. Same breath, the breath is the gross breath here, but it has become subtle energy. Such a beautiful process that's happening inside. The second thing is be authentic. Be yourself. Because authenticity is something very, very most amazing experience. Only when we are really authentic, we are ourselves then. Otherwise, we are someone else. We become people pleasers, pleasers of someone else. And connection with ourselves is the second important step. Just be yourself, be authentic. And the third important thing is complete acceptance of yourself. Whoever you are, whatever you are, you have in the personality level, flaws and plus and minus, both will be there. Only the judgments come in this way, I'm not able to wake up in the morning and do all those things that I planned. So we judge ourselves, we condemn ourselves, we are critical about ourselves. We say that, oh, I am a procrastinator, I am not up to the mark, I am lesser compared to others. So accept totally about yourself, whatever you are. And we are afraid to do that because we think if I accept myself, then now I may not have an impulse, an impetus to grow. I may totally accept as, oh, procrastinator. I are having all these flaws in my personality system. I may not grow, but it's not like that. Acceptance is the platform. On that, you take a big quantum leap. So, for example, some they struggle with the thoughts in their mind. The three key principles can be used: breathing. The second is be yourself. Don't be somebody else. The third thing is even accept whatever is going on in the head. Don't fight with your thoughts. When you are fighting, oh, this negative thought is coming. Oh, this thought is very stressful. And all that fight will end, and that acceptance will bring a lot of tranquility in the mind. Your energy is not scattered anymore. Your energy is internally directed. So 3 things that you can implement, Bhaskarji. The second thing, the part of the question is Mother Nature, right? Connection with Mother Nature, something to connect. Yeah, like Vaishnavi told how she wanted every day to look at sunrise and walk into the beautiful nature, trees. The connection is so important, so beautiful. Birds and animals and humans lack that original innocence, which you still find it in the Mother Nature. They're non-judgmental. The birds don't judge. They are what they are. And Sunrise, it inspires us, it connects to our soul feelings. If we look at a big mall and the technology and artificial things, even if it is so beautiful, it creates the feelings in our mind only, at the mental level feelings. But sunrise, sunset, full moon, all the stars, they connect us to the soul feelings. It touches us at the soul level. And really, you can give yourself the time for that. And the life is in movement. Second point. Life is not when you are static. The life has the nature like water. Water flows. In the same way, life need to flow in movement. That's why walking is important. We've forgotten to walk nowadays. We go everything in car, bikes, and autos, car. Nobody, they've forgotten that they have legs. They've forgotten their body. They completely, they became minds. How we can connect with Mother Nature is walk into the nature. Use your hands to plant trees and remove all the plastic and the help Mother Nature. Volunteer to do something for Mother Nature. And this is the second thing. The third thing is if you get time to just sleep on Mother Nature, just you don't need a bed to sleep, but just on the bare ground, on the grass or on the just on the Mother Earth. Just sleep and feel her. Feel her heartbeats. It's such a beautiful experience. And yeah, Yamini ji has already recommended so many all things, also my recommendations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now we would love to hear from Parnita Akka.
Hello, Dr. Newton. Thank you so much for coming in here. And I'm really grateful to him because he accepted my humble request with a very short notice, and he accepted our humble request to come to share his wisdom with all of us. And he very patiently answered every question that you have. He's shared his feelings with you. So thank you so much for that. And it's really wonderful. The three things that you said, even I have learned a lot today. And first is connecting with your biological mother, then you connect with yourself, then you connect with Mother Nature, which includes everything, like all the kingdoms together, which is Mother Nature. And there's one more thing which I've learned like a long back, saying that it is very difficult for us to sometimes forgive our parents, they have wronged me, or they have abandoned me, or whatever, that feeling that you have. I have learned this from a movie called Dear Zindagi, and where he says that don't put your parents on a high pedestal and expect them to behave in a certain way or be a certain way. They are also human beings, just like you, just like me, just like anybody else. They also have their flaws, they also have their weaknesses, they also have their vulnerabilities, they also do mistakes, they do everything just like you are. So see them on the same level, and that is how maybe you can really understand them as human beings, like we are all human beings. So that is what I have learned. And thank you so much, Dr. Newton, for reminding us yet again to get connected to our Mother Nature and to our mother, to ourselves, through meditation. Thank you
Wow.
so much.
Wow, wonderful, Parinita ji, wonderful. All the best, and all of you, thank you for inviting me here.
And just one last question. I mean, I was wondering if you could lead a 10-minute meditation for all of us.
Okay, sure.
Yeah?
Why not? Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you.
Wonderful, my dear friends. Wherever you are, and find a comfortable place. and you may close your eyes. So let's bring our attention to ourselves, like withdrawing all your senses, just like a tortoise withdrawing. The same way, let's close our eyes, look into yourselves. You don't need to pay attention to the external sounds or anything to do with the external world right now. Just bring your attention to your breathing, your normal, natural breathing. Notice your breathing. You don't need to change your breathing rhythm. Your breath is long and deep, let it be. Breath is short and shallow, let it be short and shallow. Let your breath take you deeper. A breath is our connection to the life force. Let's follow our breathing. And connect with ourselves through that stillness that is coming. All the routine, stressful thoughts calming down, and as the mind becomes vacant, empty, still, and silent. In that stillness and silence, make a connection with your own self who is witnessing, watching, observing, noticing everything, noticing your breath, noticing the silence. Notice the noticer, witness the witnesser, watch the watcher, observe the observer. Make this beautiful, deep connection. It is your own inner nature. Your inner nature is boundless nature, abundant nature, fullness. It is the fullness, exuberance. At this point of time, as you stay connected with your breath, with your own inner nature, your original nature, who you really are, unbounded, unlimited, vast, eternal, beyond time, space. At this point of time, you can say thank you to your biological mother. You may look at her as you experience your own sacred connection with yourself through your breath. From the space deep within you, from the heart space, you can say thank you, dear mother, for the gift of life that you passed on to me. And you can also look at your father and say, thank you, dear father. Even though there is a resistance inside you, show to express your gratitude. Notice that resistance. You don't need to do anything about it. Just become aware and take just, in spite of the resistance, take one more step. Come closer to your mother, your father. Look at them with their vulnerabilities. The human side. And really take them into your heart. All the gratefulness and thankfulness. And then now, this beautiful connection with your own self and with your biological parents, mother, and the father. You can look at the big mother, mother of mothers, Mother Nature, Prakriti Mata, Bhumata, all the life forms, the trees, birds, animals, fish, all creatures, cockroaches, mosquitoes, termites, to everything, includes everything, snakes, butterflies, sun and moon and stars, and say thank you from that heart space of yours. A deep thank you, a deep gratitude. Another 3 minutes. Connection with yourself, completely deep connection with your, through that stillness of the mind, through your breathing, connection with your mother, father, and connection with the Mother Nature. Two more minutes. One more minute. Thirty seconds. In your field of awareness, anything that's coming to you as an insight, as a realization, you can take it, receive it. Fifteen seconds. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 0. Okay, my dear friends. When you feel you're ready, you may rub your palms, place them on your eyelids, touching your eyelids gently. This beautiful smile that's coming from your inner being, your own self. It's an expression of joy. You may slowly open your eyes, smile. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, my dear friends.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Really, really, it's a wonderful meditation. And whenever you do it, it's really amazing. You guide us through our innermost core. Thank you so much to you and Dr. Lakshmi for doing what you're doing, for being what you're being, for all of us being a really big beacon of light, showing us the path. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Best wishes. Okay.
Wow. Wonderful, isn't it, my dear friends?
Yes.
It's been a very wonderful experience, and thank you everyone for joining in. And yes, everyone has these questions, that inner thing asked, because we have faced so many experiences, and that is what makes us human, isn't it? We all face those experiences. That is what makes us human. That is what makes us an emotional being, a mental being, a physical being, whatever beings that you have, that heart that we have. That is what connects, that human experience is what connects each one of us to each one of us. So it's been a wonderful experience. Thank you again, Dr. Newton. I know he's not here, but still we are thanking him. So yes, wonderful this thing. And we need to continue this sacred connection with everyone. To begin with our biological mother, begin with your inner self and extend it. That is what is inner nature and outer nature, my dear friends. You get connected to yourself first, then only you can, respond it or, reflect it outside. Unless until you, work on your inner self, you cannot reflect it outside. You cannot, it's just not possible. We may pretend, we may act, we may, show something, but at the end, it will all die off. So let us get connected to ourselves. Go for permanent things, not for temporary things. Eternity is what we need to focus on, not temporary instant upmas and instant dosas. So go for the permanent things and get connected to yourself. Do a meditation every day, my dear friends. And I'd like to ask everyone, since Dr. Newton has proposed to all of us to plant trees, I would like to ask everyone, this rainy season, please, 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 please plant trees. As many as possible, as many as you can even imagine that you could think of. Even Patriji loves trees. He used to enjoy planting so much, like a child. He used to run, hey, where should I plant? Where should I plant? Which plant? What is this eucalyptus? What is this neem tree? Oh my God, he was such childlike person. Planting trees, my dear friend, is such a wonderful, you feel so happy when you plant trees. You feel so happy when you plant 10,000 trees. Plant trees, please. We should skip this summer, and once the rainy season starts, I would humbly request, urge, plead everyone to please, please, please plant trees. Because we should not think only about this incarnation, we should think about many other incarnations, our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. All of them want to live on this earth peacefully, happily. What kind of an earth are we giving to ourselves, rather? Because we may be born again. And what kind of a gift are you gifting to yourself, to your future self? That is what most important. So please plant trees, my dear friends. And I give the stage to Yamini to give our PSSM challenge for the day, which is also related to sacred connection. So we'll continue with that. Thank you, Yamini.
Thank you, Akka. So today's challenge is also about sacred connection. And it is about sacred connection with ourselves, sacred connection with others, sacred connection with animals, sacred connection with Mother Nature and Mother Earth. So let me just read out. So the first thing is sacred connection with ourselves. How do we cultivate that? Start a daily mindfulness practice such as meditation or yoga. Start journaling to explore your thoughts, emotions, and inner wisdom. Engage in self-care activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness towards yourself. Set boundaries and honor your needs and values. Now, how do we maintain sacred connection with others? Start with empathy. Cultivate empathy and active listening in your interactions. Practice kindness, generosity, and compassion towards others. engaging in mindful conversations and authentic connections. Foster a sense of community and support networks. Practice forgiveness and reconciliation in relationships. Sacred connection with animals. Spend time observing them and appreciate animals in their natural habitats. Volunteer at animal shelters or sanctuaries to take care for them and connect with animals. Learn more about animal behavior, communication, and welfare. Adopt a plant-based diet or reduce consumption of animal products. Advocate for animal rights and conservation of efforts. Next is sacred connection with our beloved Mother Earth. Spend time in nature regularly, whether it's hiking, camping, or gardening, or trekking, be it anything. Try to spend time as much as possible. Practice gratitude for the Earth's resources and beauty. Reduce your ecological footprint by conserving energy and resources. Support eco-friendly practices and initiatives. Next, educate yourself and others about environmental issues and take action to protect the planet. Said that was all about this challenge. I think it's a beautiful explanation. It is categorized, so it is easy for you to understand and implement as well. So with this, I would like to conclude, Masters. See you again with another wisdom session. As it is a weekend, I request all the participants to join. Today, it is a huge number, and I would love to see tomorrow you all, right? And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to PMC English. Thank you. Let there be love and peace.